Welcome back to the Crypto Currently show for Tuesday morning. Big things going on in the market, and I'm not going to get to that. I just got my very first Twitter question. All right, so my show is growing, and I wanted to do a whole episode on how much I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching, and I'm going to get to that. But right now, I just got my first question. I woke up to it. I'm on the far east end of Europe right now, so as far as time goes, I'm way earlier than you. I'm sorry, way later. And so when I do my podcast in the morning, it's so that you guys can wake up, download a podcast, and find out what happened while you guys were sleeping. So I got into my Twitter and have a look here. Got a tweet from Bruce Pierre. You guys can follow him in the Crypto Currently community. Follow Bruce Pierre if you want. That's Pierre. He asked me, hey, Arch Advocate 1, what are your thoughts on ZRX? That's AUX. Well, I'll tell you what, Bruce. Bruce from Boston. I have some thoughts on AUX. And as it is that they are thoughts, they are more than a feeling. Let's have a look here. CoinMarketCap, let me refresh this. CoinMarketCap says that they are up 58%. Now, let's go to the camera here really quick. This is interesting. I've seen AUX in the past. I've been keeping my eye on it, and I wanted to do a show about this already. I wanted to do an episode about AUX. But, you know, I'm new to YouTubing, I'm new to podcasting, I'm really still kind of settling into my groove and my flow of how I'm going to do things. And so, unfortunately, I have not been able to get to this yet. But, fortunately, this presents an interesting kind of conundrum. Like, I've been asked what my thoughts on AUX are. He asked me, if you look on the Twitter, this question came about 13 hours ago, and if we look on the chart, 13 hours ago, AUX was not on the tear that it's on right now. So this means I now have to talk about this as something that's at 221, that's up 60% since about the time that the question was asked, right? So now I have to give you my opinion on AUX being on a tear, being in a position where it's probably going to dip down a bit. In fact, if you look at the chart here, it already is kind of on a little bit of a slump. But let's talk about this here really quick. So on the surface, you know, the surface factors are there's 1 billion of these tokens out there, and the market cap is just over 1 billion, and you know in the last 24 hours, there's been about $171 million that has come in and out of it. And there's about half of the total supply, a little less than half of the total supply of these coins in the market. So on the surface, you know, first things, again, like when I talk about these things, I always try to tell you what I do like and what I don't like. There's 1 billion tokens out there. That's a lot. I'm not going to say that I don't like that because comparatively, it's really not that big of a deal. And again, when you're trading currencies, and here's another thing that I like about Bruce here is that he wrote me back and he says he's a former licensed Forex guy. All right, the Forex is the foreign exchange. It's in London. And so he knows about trading currencies exclusively, right? That's what happens on the Forex. Currencies is, you know, you're trading on economics and politics, all right? The two are intertwined. You can't have one without the other. And when you're doing that, you're truly playing people. You're playing the game of people, and it doesn't matter if there's 1 billion of them or 3 billion of them or whatever. You can make money or lose money based on what you predict that people are going to do. Okay, and so yeah, there's a billion of them out there, but look, we're just here to make some money, all right? Um, Going a little bit further though, so the question would be at this point, now that it's up 58%, it's up to 221 from where it was, let's just say just hours ago, it was at a dollar 38, 39, 38, and it hit a high of 250. Now I've got to talk about it. It's down 30% or 30 cents from its high, but it's still up 60%. So what do I do, right? How do I like it? What am I going to do? Well, at 221 or even at 250, I still buy it, knowing that there's a dip coming at 250. I'm still buying it, knowing that see this right here? That's normal. If I bought it at 250, I would expect this, knowing that I'm going to start losing money as soon as I buy into it. So why? Let's have a look here. What does Ox do? Right? They're a company. They're people. What do these people do? What's their mission? What problem are they trying to solve? Well, one of the things that stood out to me was they're focusing on fixing the problem of, it's in the blockchain world, it's called gas. All right, it's basically the cost of doing business, your cost of transaction. Okay, so whatever goes into that cost is, like, take Bitcoin for example. So Bitcoin notoriously is expensive to get in and out of, right? There's transaction fees. And now with the new tax laws, those fees and the taxes can be prohibitively expensive, depending on what level you're at. I mean, if you've got billions of dollars in it, you're probably not going to be too worried about paying fees. But if you've got $20,000 in it, and you want to cash a little bit out, and you're going to get hit with all these fees and taxes and everything, that might prohibit you. That might cause you to just leave it alone, and it might restrain you from doing what you want to do with your own money. Well, what these people are trying to do is to solve that problem. All right, so let's have a look at this paragraph here. In Ox protocol, orders are transported off of the chain, massively reducing gas costs and eliminating blockchain bloat. Okay, so just right there, that's a real problem. And the cryptocurrency world is brand new, and there's a lot of problems, and this is good because that means that there's other people that are going to come along and fix those problems. They're trying to fix this inefficiency in the market. So just right there, just the mission itself. You talk about people were buying the crypto kitties thing. All right, and we can laugh and joke all we want, but the fact is that fad buying is a real thing. And the crypto kitties things, okay, well, that's a fad, and people are into it because it's funny and it's cute and whatever. But just like man buns and skinny jeans, like that'll go away eventually, because you're not solving a problem. You're not helping anything. What are you doing with that? There's other companies though. A lot of other companies, you can get into their website and you can find out, okay, well, what problem are you trying to solve? Is there a real problem? Is it costing people money? Is it slowing the human race down? Okay, well, if you're gonna try to solve that problem, then maybe I'm willing to put a couple of bucks on your project. So here's these guys, and they're saying, look, it's expensive, and there's blockchain bloat. That's a problem. That means things can't transfer, on a moment by moment basis, and we think that we can fix it. All right, so that by itself, I already know that that's a problem in the blockchain. I know that. I knew that before I got that tweet. I knew that before I ever looked at Ox. I already knew that. You already knew that. So can it be fixed? Well, that leads me to the next question, and this is the question that I try to get people to ask them, so because it's all about people, right? We are putting our money down on people and the things that they have created. So let's take a look at who these people are. All right, about us. Now let's go to the camera real quick. Number one, when you're looking at companies or ICOs in particular, I did a show a couple days ago about how picking ICOs. When you're researching these companies, like one of the first questions you have to ask yourself is, can I get a hold of these people? Like, are these real people? And are they trying to hide anything? Or are they, because there's going to be a lot of scams out there, right? We already know that. We've already seen it, and we're going to see more. So one of the first questions you have to ask yourself is, who are these people? Where can I find them? Can I get a hold of them? Do they have a website? Do they have an email address? Are they on social media? Okay, well, let's have a look here real quick. Well, here's the co-founder and CEO, Will Warren. Here's his LinkedIn page. All right, so I can add him on my LinkedIn page. Now, Bruce is from Boston, and as we all know, everybody from Boston is good at math and likes apples, all right? Coming back to Will Warren here, Will Warren is a smart contract research and developer. Previously applied physics at Los Alamos, I'm guessing Natural Lab. And now here's where it gets interesting. Mechanical engineering at UCSD. Now, I'm from San Diego, born and raised in San Diego. So this guy was taking mechanical engineering at UCSD, University of San Diego, which means that I've got a friend of mine that probably knows this guy. All right, UCSD is a really good school for mechanical engineering, and this is what I really like about him. All right, this says a lot. And this is one of those things that's going to tell you, like, okay, this isn't fake. Look at this guy. Look at what he put on his own little, bio here. PhD dropout. Okay, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Well, I'm not going to say the whole thing. There's only two things you need to trade currencies. And one of them is stones, all right? It takes stones to put that on your bio, because he's saying, like, look, I was already smart, right? I got as smart as I was going to get. I did not need to go that extra leg and get the certificate that says I'm smart. I am smart, and now I'm doing this. I'm taking my smart and doing what I was originally going to do with it, and I'm going to go out into the world and make it a different place and make some money. All right? I like this a lot. Go on to some of these other things. This guy went to Duke, computer science at Duke. My favorite attorney is from Duke. Okay, now, advisors. Now, keep in mind, too, all of these people, except for this guy, so you should probably contact him and say, hey, you need to get a LinkedIn page, but all of these people are accessible. Like, you can add them on LinkedIn and you can write them a message. Maybe they'll write you back. You can ask them questions. Maybe they'll answer them. Come down to advisors. Look at this guy, co-founder of Coinbase. Oh, really? That's Coinbase. Who are they? Previously FX trader Bruce at Goldman Sachs. All right. Okay. Now you're speaking my language. All right. Now you're in my wheelhouse. So this guy is not only a co-founder of Coinbase. He's a former FX trader, a Forex trader at Goldman Sachs. All right. He's a currency trader. So take a look at this guy. Look at this is kind of a weird observation, and this is just how my brain works. Look at this guy's face. Tell me that face doesn't say, all right, here's how things are going to go. First, I'm going to make you rich, and then second, I'm going to steal your girl, right? That guy's got cockiness, right? Because he knows, like, hey, I'm good. I have a job to do, and doing that job, I'm good at it. All right, this is happening, folks. Founder of Polychain Capital, going on. Previously at Coinbase. This company is staffed with good people, all right? Which takes me back to, what do I do right now? What do I do with Ox? I buy. I buy because they're solving a real problem. And I buy because, from what I can see at just a glance, this organization is staffed with good people who know what they're doing. Engineers and senior engineers, people who study this stuff. This company is staffed with good people. The cryptocurrency market is fresh and brand new. It's there's more problems than there are solutions, and that's a good thing. That's the money. Our money is not going to be made solely on how many right coins that we buy versus how many wrong ones we buy. The ones that we're right on are going to be right because of the types of problems that the company behind the coin is trying to solve, and the staff of people that company has. Okay, you are the average of your 5 friends. You are who you hang out with. All right, if you're the sober guy and you've got 4 drunk friends, well then you're a drunk. Okay, even if you don't drink. If you know what I'm saying, if you have good people around you and you have a common vision and you can see it through and you're working on an actual problem that affects nearly everybody, or in this case probably everybody in the blockchain, then chances are things are going to work out pretty well for you. So that's my take on Ox. Bruce, thank you so much. Share this, hit like, share, let your friends know. And listen to the podcast every weekday morning. And that's it for now. I'll do another episode here in a little bit. Thanks again. Talk to you later.